It is a cold, wet, and rainy day outside on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County, but here inside the Jack Manley Wellness and Athletic Center, it is nice and dry as we're getting ready for CCBC Catonsville Cardinals basketball action as the Cardinals face off against the Catamounts of WVU Potomac State College. Hello, folks. This is Isaac Donsky here, ready to bring you all the action today and our last home game of the month of January for the Cardinals. It's a doubleheader as the Cardinals take on WVU Potomac State. The women's game is up first, and it should be a good one. We got two very evenly matched teams. Cardinals on a 3-game winning streak, 9-5 on the season, 3-1 in conference play. Their last game against Garrett County was postponed, but no matter. They'll play on anyway. We'll have that game eventually once it gets rescheduled. The Cardinals have been led by a trio of excellent players this year, all of them excellent freshmen. There's been Kayla Kabachstock, who's been a monster in the paint, leading the team in rebounds and blocks. Anna Thomas, the explosive scorer, who has a tendency to go on runs that you wouldn't believe. And then there's Destiny Perry, who is technically a rookie, but is a sophomore. And Perry, of course, being the on-the-field general for the Cardinals, leading the way in both assists and steals. And you can't count out the always dangerous sophomore leader of this team, Amari McKnight, who's coming off some excellent performances over the last couple of weeks for the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the WVU Catamounts, their season has been a wild one, to say the least. They're 8-8 overall, 3-0 in conference play. They're coming off a 65-58 victory over Bryant and Stratton College. This is a team that one week can look like one of the best teams of their conference. The next week look like the exact opposite. They've been led by the very dangerous Alexis Janoski, who is a player to definitely keep an eye out for. And they also have some very talented defensive players, including Kelsey O'Neill, who leads the team averaging 8.3 rebounds per game and 0.3 blocks per game. Another player to keep your eyes out on is Josie Snyder, who will be starting off the bench today. We're still waiting on Catonsville's starters. As soon as we get them, we'll be able to give you the starting lineup, but we'll go ahead and give you the starters for the Cardinals. Excuse me, for the Catamounts, that is. Catamount starters are as follows. Starting at guard will be a freshman out of Hedgesville, West Virginia, graduate of Hedgesville High School, number 13, Kelly Hours. Starting at forward will be a sophomore from Berlin, Pennsylvania, graduate of Berlin Brothers Valley High School, number 22, Alexis Janoski. Starting at forward will be a sophomore from Cumberland, Maryland, graduate of Allegheny High School, number 23, Kelsey O'Neill. Starting at guard will be a freshman from Westminster, Maryland, graduate of the Frederick Christian Academy, number 24, Taylon McDonald. And starting at center will be a freshman from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, graduate of Shippensburg Area High School, number 25, Chelsea Forrester. The coaches for WVU Potomac State, their head coach, Larry Crook, assistant coaches, Bradley Brandon, Russ Clay, and Matt Mills. That is the Catamounts of WVU Potomac State College. We're still waiting on the Catonsville starters. As soon as we get them, we can relay them to you. And there we go. The starters for the Cardinals have just been revealed. Let's meet the starting lineup for Catonsville. Starting at guard will be a sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland, graduate of Sparrows Point High School, number 0, Destiny Perry. Starting at center will be a freshman from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, graduate of Palumbo High School, number 2, Milan Marable. Starting at guard will be a freshman from Baltimore. Got the wrong player there for a second. Starting at guard will be a freshman from Prince George's County, graduate of Bowie High School, number 11, Anna Thomas. Starting at guard will be a sophomore from Clinton, Maryland, graduate of the National Christian Academy, number 15, Amari McKnight. And starting at forward will be a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, graduate of Chesapeake High School, number 32, Kayla Kabachstock. The Cardinals are, of course, led by the eccentric head coach, Morris Stretch Brandon, and assistant coaches Andre Eiffel, Centeria Renwicks, and Malia Clark. And it's good to see that the Cardinals will be at full strength today. The team the team does have an entire roster for the first time. The first part of the new year, they had to roll with only 6 players due to a litany of injuries and other issues. The good news is those players have, that injury bug has passed for the Cardinals, and now they're at full strength. The only Cardinal player out today will be Lauren Russell, who's out with an injury. She's the only Cardinal player we expect to not be in the starting lineup tonight, along with Jocelyn Fogel, who also is out tonight, it appears. Meanwhile, injury report for WVU Potomac. Madeline Martin, Rebecca Beiser, and Bavika Rigetti will all be out tonight. So that's 3 players out for the Catamounts. We'll be back in approximately 7.5 minutes for tip-off of today's game. The Cardinals and the Catamounts are coming right up. All set to get underway here. Catamounts will be wearing navy blue with yellow numbers and white trim. Cardinals will be in their home whites with red numbers and black trim. Getting set to go here. Cardinals tried to extend their winning streak to 4 games. Should be a good one. We have live stats back for this game, so we're able to bring you up-to-date numbers for points. It'll be Cabbage Stalk and O'Neill at center court for the tip-off, and a great move by Cabbage Stalk to get us underway. She gets it to Thomas, who immediately scores, and it takes just all of 5 seconds for the Cardinals to get on the board as we begin today's contest. This is McDonald with the ball, finds Janowski. That's a player you're going to have to watch out for, as trouble handling the ball as Forrester goes out of bounds. As the Cardinals will make a quick sub, as entering the game will come number 4, Maya Franklin, who I believe was actually supposed to start. She was on the bench getting ready to be introduced, but instead, Alon Marable ended up getting the start. McKnight finds Thomas, deep 3, swish, and she's got it. And the Cardinals jumping out to a quick 5-0 lead here. The opening minute of this contest. Forrester gonna find McDonald, now Janowski. Janowski looking for an opening, goes back to McDonald, who lays up a 3, won't go. Thomas with the rebound. And Anna Thomas is having a great start to this game, already 5 points leading the Cardinals. With that rebound to there, Thomas finds Perry. Perry to Franklin for 3, just a tad short, and the rebound is taken by O'Neill. Only 2 available subs in this game for Potomac State. Here's ours. O'Neill, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Catamounts looking for an opening. Janowski once again trying to drive in. Goes for the shot. She can't manage to get in. 1 second on the shot clock left. And that's going to be a 30-second violation on the Catamounts. Janowski arguing her case there with the refs. Keep an eye on Janowski. She is wearing a knee brace. May or may not slow her down against this Cardinals offense, which has proven to be very efficient the last couple of games. Cardinals got off to a bit of a rocky start to the season, but the second half of the season so far, they've looked fantastic. Especially considering the fact that they only had 6 available players for much of the month of January. Cabbage Stalk goes to McKnight, who has it stripped away. On the response is Potomac State. McDonald, ours for 3, bounces off the rim, and Kayla Cabbage Stalk will let it roll out of bounds. It remains 5-0 here, the Cardinals with an early lead. And once again, my apologies, it appears that Maya Franklin was slated to make her first career start tonight, and during the player introductions, I accidentally introduced the wrong player. Catonsville went along and went with it, it looks like, so it's okay, Maya. We'll announce your game. We'll get you next time. McKnight tries to put up a layup, but it's stripped away there. Catamounts are going to be on the return. Ours. O'Neill for 3. In and out, and rebound taken by McKnight. Here's Perry, looking for an opening, gets to McKnight. Fighting her way in, lays it up, not enough power. McKnight does go down. She's a little slow to get to her feet, but is back up regardless. McDonald on the response, flips it to Janowski. Janowski, deep range 2, bounces it in. And with that, some points finally on the board here for Potomac State. Catamounts trail 5-2. Thomas finds Perry. Perry doesn't often choose to shoot from 3. Here's Cabbage Stalk. Spins around for the jumper, takes a bounce off. Fighting for the rebound is McKnight, and there's going to be a foul. They're going to call McKnight for the foul there. That's going to be her first, team's first. And Potomac State will, a little confusion there as the Catamounts getting ready to inbound it. McDonald not looking very pleased with ours. So a chance here for Potomac State to try and get back. They get to O'Neal. O'Neal finds Forrester, whose shot is short. Little fight for the ball there, and it rolls out of bounds. McKnight was trying to grab it. Janoski will inbound for the Catamounts. Janoski's inbounds pass will go out to McDonald, and McDonald finds O'Neal. Back to McDonald. Janoski for three. Off the rim, rebound bounced around. Perry's got it. And here she is streaking up the court. Perry looking for an opening. Perry trying to go coast to coast, and one! Destiny Perry from east to west, and she's going to spend a little extra time out there on the west coast as she's going to have one shot. The foul, it looks like, is going to be against, I believe, Forrester. That would be her first and the team's first. Both teams one foul each. Forrester getting checked out now as Josie Snyder enters the game. We actually said in the pregame Snyder was out injured. It was actually a different player who was out. That was number 21 who was out, Olivia Saunders. My mistake. So Josie Snyder enters the game, hailing out of Berlin, Pennsylvania. Went to Shanksville Stony Creek High School. Perry can't complete that. Perry can't complete her free throw, so it remains 7-2. Still a great hustle by Destiny Perry, who's come around along recently. As there's a steal by McKnight. We'll hold that thought. McKnight gets a steal off a bad pass by the Catamounts. McKnight's been one of the principal leaders for the Cardinals over this run they've been on. Here she goes with a jumper, and she's going to be fouled. Another sub coming into the game. Entering the game for the Catamounts is going to be number 20, Rebecca Beiser out of Kaiser, West Virginia. As that foul, it looks like, was on ours. Here is McKnight for two. Got the first. Makes it 8-2. And McKnight's going to get both, 9-2. About halfway through this first quarter, and the Cardinals have a sizable lead. Defense has played a very good role so far. Trying to respond. Here's Snyder, finds Janoski. Janoski finds Beiser. Beiser double teamed. Ooh, good move there by Maya Franklin to try and break up that pass with Anna Thomas with the steal. Thomas is going to be double teamed, and she's going to be tripped up and fouled as she heads towards the basket. Let's see who the foul was on. They're going to say the foul, I believe, was on Janoski. And it's already 3 quick fouls here in succession for the Catamounts as ours re-enters the game. As the ref over at the table trying to get an adjustment either in the shot clock. Yes, an adjustment to the shot clock. Puts it 27 seconds for the Cardinals as Cabbage-Stock will inbounds it. Finds Thomas, and we're back underway. Thomas gets it out to Perry. Perry finds Franklin. Franklin deep two. Just a bit too much power. Franklin's shot is improving over the course of the season. It's good to see that gradual improvement. 9-2 for the Cardinals. It should be a bit more, but the Cardinals have missed some tough shots there. Catamounts keeping it relatively close here in the first quarter. This is Snyder. Talented player, especially on defense. Keep an eye out for her. She finds Beiser. Beiser has her shot tipped. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Janoski gets it into Snyder, puts up a shot, overshoots Thomas with the rebound. Great defensive stand by the Cardinals, doing what they do best. That opportunistic defense makes it hard for opponents to score. Here's a jumper for McKnight. Banks it in there, and Amari McKnight gives the Cardinals a 9-point lead. They're up 11-2. It is all Catonsville so far, and still early, but expect to see Potomac State put up a bit of a fight here as Beiser comes in for a rebound, but can't control. Cabbage-Stock just steals it out of her hands. How about that from the Cardinals' top defensive player, Kayla Cabbage-Stock? Finds Perry. McKnight desperately like, give me the ball, give me the ball. May have been a feint. Thomas motions for Cabbage-Stock to move in, gets it to McKnight. McKnight has it flipped out of her hands. No foul is called, despite what the crowd says. But they are going to say that a Catamount player was the last to touch it. So the Cardinals will keep possession here. Up 11-2 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Thomas inbounds it to McKnight. McKnight back to Thomas. Thomas deep 2, knocks it down. Anna Thomas having an excellent night so far. It's 13-2. Beiser for 3. Whoa, and she knocks it down. Rebecca Beiser with the big 3 there makes it 13-5. Cardinals still with a near double-digit lead here. Oh, near block there by Thomas. Cabbage is able to, McKnight. Here's Perry. Some ball control issues there, and Perry has it stripped. Here's Ninoski going the other way, trying to get it all the way. Guarded by Thomas. Flips it out to Snyder. Snyder cuts past Barry. Oh, what a block by Cabbage. O'Neill is still able to score. Michaela Cabbage with an excellent block there. It's still 13-7. Cardinals lead starting to shrink just a bit. They're going to need to score on this next possession. They've had a couple possessions where they've come up short. McKnight puts up a shot. Too much power. It bounces off and right back into the hands of Janoski. Now Janoski finds Snyder. Snyder looking for an opening. And there's a kicked ball foul called. We'll see what's on. It's on Catonsville. It's on Catonsville, so the Catamounts will have possession. Hours for 3. Knocks it down, and it's a 3-point game. And this little run that the Catamounts have gone on, they're starting to capitalize on Catonsville's mistakes. Cardinals are going to need something big here. Perry finds Thomas. Thomas to McKnight. McKnight to Cabbage back to Thomas. Back to Perry. Perry gets a pick from Franklin. Puts up the shot. Oh, in and out. Cardinals can't catch a break. Catamounts now with a response. They can tie this thing up, or if they get a foul on a 3-point attempt, can take the lead. Janoski with a nice feint there finds Beiser. Back to Janoski. Thinks about a 3. She's locked in now. Goes to O'Neill, who will shoot a 3, but it's short, hits the corner. McKnight with the rebound and gets it to Perry. Perry on the response charge. She tried to go coast to coast, and she does it again. Destiny Perry from east to west makes it 15-10, back to a 5-point lead for the Cardinals. Here's Beiser for a 2. Won't go. Thomas with the rebound. Minute and a half to go in this first quarter. It's gone by very quickly. Cabbage for 3. Oh! Kayla Cabbage slams down a 3, and the Cardinals are back out to an 8-point lead. Good response there by the Cardinals after that lead shrunk there. Now the Catamounts need a response. See what they could do here. Here's O'Neill. Finds Hours. Hours for 3. Won't go. Snyder with the rebound. Puts up a shot, and it gets it in there. Good crowd came out here tonight for both teams, especially the Catamounts. Potomac State has traveled well, it seems, as we got a minute to go in this first quarter. As Catonsville is going to pull back their subs they were about to send in and wait. Cardinals have 3 available subs for today's game. As here's Perry, charges the basket, fouled. Doesn't go in. Foul is still called. Let's see who it's on. There'll be 2 shots here for Destiny Perry, as I believe the foul was on O'Neill. That would be the team's 4th. As entering the game for the Cardinals and making their return and their first appearance of this calendar year, actually just making her first appearance, is Alfreda Potter out of Monrovia, Liberia, making her first appearance of the year as Perry sinks her first free throw. Potter, one of several players who were out for most of this month with injury, but they're back now. And she manages to hit both. 20-12 is the score as the Cardinals continue to extend their lead. It's back to 8. The Cardinals now going for a very aggressive full-court press, it looks like. And that probably didn't work because wide open is the newly subbed in Chelsea Forrester to score. As the Cardinals, and now a foul called here. It's going to give the Catamounts the ball back. I don't believe it. Meanwhile, checking in for the Cardinals comes Anaya Tillery, number 14, out of Baltimore, Maryland, the freshman freshman guard. She was another player who was out for the first much of January. Wide open three for Hours, short. Potter with the rebound. So Cardinals trying to respond after that defensive strategy didn't work. Here's Thomas, puts up a shot, won't go. Rebound taken by Janoski. As the shot clock's been turned off, 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. Janoski fights her way through and scores and makes it a 4-point game with 10 seconds to go, 20-16. And once again, the Cardinals are watching as their lead disappears. 5 seconds to go, 3, final seconds. Thomas deep three, knocks it down. Wow, that'll count as she beats the buzzer, and it's 23-16 at the end of one. As we get ready for the second quarter, Anna Thomas doing what she does best. Cardinals lead it 23-16. We'll be back in about a minute. (23-16) the score as we get set for the second quarter. Cardinals have been in control so far, but Catamounts are starting to crawl back some of that lead, and they'll have the ball to start this second quarter. Here's a quick three by Hours that goes in and out. McKnight with the rebound. She's having a good night there on the boards. Tillery finds Thomas. Thomas streaking her way, trying to get to the basket, has an open lane, and scores. Count it. Anna Thomas is balling out there tonight. She's up to 12 points on the night so far, and we're only in the second quarter. Janoski goes to Hours. Hours looking for an opening. Janoski for three, won't go. Thomas with the rebound finds Perry. Ooh, and a collision there. See what they count. They're going to count a foul there against Hours. That's going to be her second, and the team's first for this quarter. Thomas thought about a three, instead finds Tillery, who almost got the three. So close. Perry with the rebound. Cardinals are going to get a chance to reset as Perry steps back, looks for an opening. Finds Thomas. Thomas surveying the territory in front of her, gets a pick from Potter. Goes to McKnight in the middle, and with 6 seconds on the shot clock, McKnight can't get it up and in. Potter can't corral the rebound. Cardinals squander another opportunity there. Those mistakes could eventually pile up for the Cardinals. Here's Snyder for the jumper. Won't go. They're going to say the basket counts, as they're going to get Perry for the... Are they going to say the basket count? Hold on a second there. O'Neal coming back in for the Catamounts. So there was no basket, excuse me. Perry was called for the foul there. That is her first and the team's first of the quarter. Janoski There's a steal there by Tillery. What a play there by the Cardinals. Tillery finds Perry. Perry to Thomas. Wide open for three. Got it! Wow! Anna Thomas is perfect from beyond the three-point arch so far tonight. 3 for 3. She's up to 15 points. And remember, this is the same player who back in the fall scored 32 points in a game. A career high. See what will happen. Here's a 3 attempt by McDonald. They're going to say 2 for McDonald there. Makes it 28-18. It's a 10-point lead for the Cardinals, largest lead of the night. And it helps that Anna Thomas has had such a good shooting performance. She's only missed 1 shot the entire night so far. Here's Tillery. Ooh, foul called. They're going to get Perry for a push there. And possession's going to go back to the Catamounts. That's Perry's 2nd foul in succession. And most likely she's about to be subbed out. She will as Cabbage-Stalk re-enters the game for the Cardinals. Perry so far having a good night. 4 points, 1 assist. Deep pass by Janoski. Here's O'Neal, open lane. Swiped up by Tillery, but they're going to count that basket as Tillery put too much force on the block. Makes it 28-21 as O'Neal will go to the line to shoot 1. As Tillery was called for the foul there. Kelsey O'Neal scores, makes it 28-22 as Milan Marable re-enters the game for the Cardinals. Thomas, bad pass is intercepted by the Catamounts. Hours for 3, won't go. Marable with the rebound. Finds Cabbage-Stalk, Cabbage-Stalk passes it out to Thomas. Good stop there by the Cardinals. Thomas looks to Cabbage-Stalk. Cabbage-Stalk for 3. How about that? Cardinals raining it down in threes. They're perfect from beyond the arch as Cabbage-Stalk hits her 2nd. Makes it a 10-point game once again, 31-21. The Cardinals could just hold this advantage. That's the hope. 7 minutes to go until the half. Janoski, bad pass. It's taken away, but a kick ball is called. 2nd one of the night. And the kick, it looks like, is going to be on Cabbage-Stalk. Inbounds pass gets up. No, stolen away by McKnight. Here's Thomas on the response. Euro steps her way to the basket and scores. Anna Thomas is having a stellar night for the Cardinals. She's up to 17 points. Janoski looking for an opening, finds Hours. Hours to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Janoski. And Janoski will wait. She finds Hours again. Hours contested 3 off the rim. Rebound McKnight. She finds Thomas. Thomas dodges Hours' attempt to block. Goes to Marable. Marable as a foul is called there on Janoski. And this should send Marable to the line to shoot 2. Try and keep the Cardinals' lead growing. They lead by 12, 33-21. Makes the first 34-21. Cardinals keeping that lead growing. No luck on the second, however. Catamounts trying to respond. Quick passes, they get it to Forrester, and she knocks the jumper down, making it 23-34. Cardinals still trail by 11. They're going to call a foul there on McKnight as she tried to push to the basket. And that is McKnight's 2nd. Hours for three. And that's a big one there as it pushes the deficit to just single digits. Catamounts continue to keep this game close. Thomas finds Cabbage Stalk. Cabbage Stalk trying to push her way to the basket, flips it out to Marable. Marable has it knocked out of her hands as a foul's called on WVU. Freda Potter re-entering the game now for the Cardinals. They lead 34-26 and we're about 5.5 minutes to go until the half. So they're just resetting the shot clock there to 20 seconds. As back underway we go. Immediately inbounds pass, rough pass there. Cabbage Stalk puts up a shot and lays it up and in. Kayla Cabbage Stalk having an excellent night so far. Saving that play for the Cardinals, making it 36-26. A 10-point lead for the Cardinals. Ours has been dangerous from three-point range. She finds Janoski. Janoski looking for an opening, instead dishes it out to McDonald. McDonald puts it up, won't go, but the Cardinals can't secure the rebound. Or can they? McKnight trying to get a steal and a foul is called. And they're going to call her for the foul there. Cardinals arguing their case. That's going to be McKnight's third, I believe. Already some foul trouble for her, as Destiny Perry enters the game for the Cardinals. But 2 shots here for Chelsea Forrester. No luck on the first. Does manage to hit the second, making it a 9-point game. 36-27, Cardinals lead. Back underway we go. We got 5 minutes to go until the half. Cardinals trying to keep this lead that they've held from the very start of the game. As Cabbage Stalk goes for 3. And almost in, not good enough. Potter trying to swipe away the rebound. McDonald on the response for the Catamounts. McDonald gets it to Forrester as a traveling violation is called. Good work there by Tillery to avoid the foul. Cabbage Stalk. Perry charging the basket and lays it up and in. And Destiny Perry with a great response. Thomas trying to swipe away that ball. No chance. Here's Janoski. Janoski lays it up. Foul called. So it'll be 2 shots here for Janoski. She makes her first. And 2. As Alexis Janoski makes it 38-29. It's back to being a 9-point game. Cabbage Stalk hits it to Perry. Perry finds Tillery. Tillery for 3. Big bounce won't go. Catamounts struggling to keep control. Oh, Janoski stepped out of bounds. That'll give Catonsville possession once again. Cardinals get a gift from the basketball gods there. 38-22 the score. Here's Tillery trying to get redemption, charges and lays it in, and for the first time in the year of our Lord 2023, Anaya Tillery has scored points. Once again, she was out injured for the majority of January. Not trying to make fun of everybody, that's actually what happened. Great to see her and the rest of the players who have returned back, as here is Forrester, charges, goes to McDonald for three. Strike there. A strike by Talon McDonald. Her first points, and now every player who's active for the Catamounts has scored tonight. Cardinals just need Milan Marable and Maya Franklin to score, and they can equal that. Here's Perry, Thomas, Tillery, three, no, won't go. Inoski dodging her way through traffic. Finds O'Neal. O'Neal out to a wide open Hours for three. Won't go. Perry manages to secure the rebound. Flips it out to Thomas. Thomas finds Cabbage Talk. Back to Thomas. Rough pass. Thomas is still able to corral it. Can't get it up though. As Potter tries to get the rebound to Thomas, and it's stolen away. 2.5 minutes to go until the half. Hours for three again. And this time she lays it up and get again. That's her third three of the game. As timeout is called by the Catamounts. First timeout of the game with 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go until the half. Well, folks, as always during these lost my train of thought there for a second. It happens sometimes. Folks, as always, these productions that we put on for you on our YouTube channel always take a lot of work and a lot of assistance, and we've got some of the best in the business helping us out today. I want to thank each and every one of the CCBC Catonsville staff who are staying late today to help put these games on, for their cooperation and for all the hard work that they do. Special shout out goes to my cameraman, Mr. Orlando Perez Jr. You can watch him and the rest of the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals baseball team as their season starts up in a couple of weeks. They're going on a road trip down to Florida. Should be a good one. Cardinals, of course, runners-up in Region 20 last year, made it all the way to the championship game on a thrilling run. A lot of returning players. It's going to be a fun season. That's coming up in the spring. First home game should be coming up towards the end of February, early March, and we'll have all of those games live for you on the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals Network, or / YouTube channel. We really should call it the network, though. I think that sounds a bit cooler. The CCBC Catonsville Cardinals Network. 40-35 is the score. Cardinals have led the entire game, but they have just a 5-point lead now as this WVU Potomac State team has refused to go away. WVU, of course, a feeder school for West Virginia University. Thomas finds Cabbage Stock to Tillery, Tillery to Perry, Perry back to Tillery. As Tillery took one too many steps, that's another traveling violation. Cardinals have made a lot of mistakes like that so far in this game, and those are going to cost them in the long run. It's the reason this game is so close. It should be a bit more of a cushion for the Cardinals, but they just can't seem to stop getting in their own way. Hopefully these mistakes can be mitigated during the halftime break. Snyder, O'Neal, Hours nearly has it stolen by Thomas, who kind of just casually stuck a hand in there. Was like, I'll take that. Won't work, though. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hours dodges a block, makes her way up, and draws a foul. After a really clean first quarter, Cardinals now have committed 6 fouls so far as Maya Franklin re-enters the game for the Cardinals. Hours. It was 1-1 for Hours. I think everybody thought it was just one because they started heading back. She makes the first 40-36, 4-point game. That's two, and it makes it a 3-point game now, 40-37, a one-possession game. Cardinals got into a situation like this a bit earlier in the game. Were able to break out of it. Here's Tillery for three. Ooh, so close. Trajectory was just a bit down. On the response come the Catamounts. O'Neal thinks about a three, instead hands it off to Hours. Hours going for the basket, fouled, won't go, but she'll head to the line. Cardinals now over the foul limit. As that was on Maya Franklin, that's going to be her first. Team is over the foul limit, so it'll be 2 shots for everybody. As entering the game for the Cardinals comes Milan Marable. Hours makes her first. And makes it a 2-point game, and now a chance to make it a 1-point game. This game is the closest it's been since the very start. 40-39, 1 point. See if Catonsville can respond. Thomas, Franklin, back to Thomas. 1 minute to go until the half. Cabbage Stalk. Thomas for three. Smashes it. Smashes it. Makes it 43-39, and she's up to 20 points on the night. As a foul is called there. See who it was on. That was on Marable. That's going to be her first. Tom is not pleased with the referee there. As McDonald makes her first, keeps it a 3-point game. The Cardinals frustrated at this point, thinking they're getting the bad end of these calls. As the broadcaster, I'm supposed to stay unbiased. So I'll hold my tongue on that one. Thomas finds Franklin. 30 seconds to go. Cardinals could try and extend their lead here. 16 seconds. There is about a 2-second discrepancy between shot clock and game clock. Franklin thinks about it. Goes to Cabbage Stalk. 10 seconds. Cabbage Stalk for three. Takes a bounce. Marable trying to secure the rebound. Is able to get it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Cabbage Stalk puts up the floater. Won't go. As a foul is called. With 3 seconds left, another foul. And the foul's on Marable. That's her second. These mistakes have just been killing the Cardinals, and now, if Kelsey O'Neal can make both of her free throws, she can tie this thing up before the half. There will be no tie as O'Neal misses her first. Can still make it a 1-point game, though. Probably not. 1 second. Thomas. Half-court shot. Just a bit short. We're going to go into the half. 43-41 is the score. Anna Thomas is 20, and she's trending towards another career night. The Cardinals with the lead as we will be back in about 15 minutes after the half, folks. It's a fun one so far. We expected it to be fun, and it is. We'll be back in 15. And we are back as we get ready for the start of the second half of today's game, and it has been a fun one so far. Cardinals lead 43-41 over the Catamounts in a close-fought contest. Catonsville has led the whole way, but West Virginia University Potomac State has not made it easy at all. Let's take a look at the team stat comparison. With 43 points so far, the Catamounts have shot 11 from 22 from the floor, 5 of 9 from three-point range, 10 of 13 from the free throw range. They've been nearly perfect. They've got only 1 turnover, 5 points off the turnovers, 15 total rebounds, 4 offensive, 11 defensive, 3 assists, 0 blocks, 2 steals, 3 fouls, 5 bench points, 5 second chance points. Our stats are a tad incomplete, but we're going to work with what we got so far. Catonsville, meanwhile, 41 points so far on the night. Well, should be 43, actually. Like I said before, our stats are a tad incomplete. 15 of 28 field goal percentage, 5 of 11 from three-point range, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 2 turnovers, 2 points off of turnovers, 11 total rebounds, 13 offensive, 8 defensive, 6 assists, 0 blocks, 2 steals, 7 fouls, 4 bench points. They've had 4 points in the paint as our stats are actually getting updated right as I'm saying this. In terms of individual stats, the leading scorer so far for the Catamounts has been Kelly Hours with 13 points. Leading scorer for the Cardinals is Anna Thomas with 20. And keep your eyes on Thomas. If we go back in time just a tad, just a little bit earlier this season, you'll see that Anna Thomas had a handful of games midway through the season where she was electric. So far tonight, this is the 3rd best night career-wise for Thomas in terms of points. She had 27 points against Nova back on November 30th and 36 against Jamestown on December 3rd. That's the career high. 1 half into this game, and Anna Thomas already has the 3rd most points she's ever scored. She has nowhere to go but up from here. A 20-point night could be even more. We'll see what happens. We've got about 2 minutes to go until we start the 3rd quarter, the second half. So here we go. Time for what's sure to be an exciting and explosive second half. Just a reminder, folks, this isn't the only game we have tonight. The men's game coming up right after this one. Tip-off should be around 7 o'clock, maybe a bit later time-wise, depending how long this game goes. That one should be a fun one, too. So starting the second half for the Cardinals will be Thomas, Perry, Franklin, Cabbage Stock, And it looks like Tillery. And Anna Thomas once again with 20 points on the night. Third highest total of her career, and it's only the half. It's only the half as we start the second half off. Third quarter underway for the Cardinals. Tillery, Perry, Cabbage Stock. Here's Perry up and in and one. She's fouled. Immediately we have a foul. And let's see who the foul is on. It's going to be on McDonald. That's her fourth. That is her third, excuse me. As Perry makes the free throw. She's got a double-digit night going too, 11 points so far. Cardinals trying to respond. Excuse me, Catamounts trying to respond. Here's Hours for three, won't go. Franklin with the rebound. Good rebound there by Maya Franklin. And the Cardinals back on the attack. Here's Perry. Charges, puts up one into the basket. Oh, what a play there by Destiny Perry. Got knocked down on her backside and was still able to complete the score. Wow, she slaps it out of Hours' hands and gets the steal. Destiny Perry is already taking over this second half, and we're only a minute into it. Perry on the response, trying to go all the distance. She will not be able to bank it in as McDonald grabs the rebound. McDonald trying to avoid Perry. Tillery manages to tip that pass, and Cabbage Stock picks it off. Gets it to Thomas. Here comes Thomas, finds Tillery. Tillery fighting her way towards the basket, and a jump ball is going to be called. Possession will go to the Catamounts, it looks like. So the Catamounts will try to respond here. 48-41 the score with 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's McDonald with the ball. Been a good night for her so far. She's got 7 points, including a big three. Hours for three. Takes a big bounce. Thomas got a hand on it, gets it to Cabbage Stock, and here's Perry on the response. Perry pulls up for the jumper. Won't go. Tries to grab her own rebound, but same team syndrome hits the Cardinals there as Maya Franklin accidentally bumped into Perry. Ball goes out of bounds, and possession will stick with the Catamounts as Perry showing a little bit of pettiness there as she just keeps the ball out of bounds rather than pick it up while she was passing it. Hey, you know what? It's the competitive spirit. I'll give her a pass for that one. Bad pass there by McDonald, out of bounds. She can't believe it, and the Cardinals are going to get another chance. Thomas, quick pass to Perry. Perry finds Tillery. Tillery pulls back, won't go. Forrester manages to get the rebound. Has a little trouble corralling it, hands it off to Hours. Kelly Hours looking for a response, gets it to Janoski. Janoski finds McDonald. McDonald to Hours. Hours wants to hit the three. Wide open as Forrester under the basket. She scores. Makes it 48-43. And for the first time in the second half, the Catamounts have scored. Took them 7.5 minutes to get that. That was a rough pass there by Thomas, but is able to complete it anyway. Tillery for three, knocks it down. Anaya Tillery slams it, makes it 51-43. Cardinals on the response. Excuse me, Catamounts. You know what? I've made that mistake about 4 or 5 times so far as Hours puts up a three, and a big one at that. That's their 4th three-pointer of the night. I apologize, folks. I keep making that mistake. They both start with a C, and the second letter for both is an A. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I'm just saying there may be a reason why I keep getting the names mixed up. Perry dicing through traffic. Oh, won't go. Tries to get her own rebound. Franklin is able to secure it as she secures a jump ball, and that should give possession to the Cardinals. Good heads-up play there by Maya Franklin. Gabberstock will inbounds it for the Cardinals. Finds Tillery. Out to Perry. Tries to put it up and in. Won't go. Ooh, Perry landed a bit awkwardly there. Hopefully she's okay. Gabberstock going for the full court press and managed to break up that play. It's going to take time off the shot clock for the Catamounts. Janoski gets McDonald. McDonald to Hours. Hours for another three. Wow! Kelly Hours has now hit 5 3-pointers. She's got 19 points. Be great here if the Cardinals' leading scorer on the night can get some action going. Thomas dishes it out to Gabberstock. Pushes in off the side of the backboard. Gets a second chance. Won't go. Tillery is there to get it. Won't go. Mistakes by the Cardinals as a foul is called on Gabberstock, and she can't believe it. That foul is on Gabberstock. That's going to be her first, the team's first. There's discussion going on with the refs. One of them motioned towards the Catonsville sideline. I wonder. So it looks like the refs here are going to give a technical foul to the Catonsville bench. I noticed one of the refs was motioning towards head coach Stretch Brandon. I guess he didn't like Coach Brandon's reaction there. Janoski will shoot for this technical foul. Oh, she's missed both now. It's not the first time I've seen a technical foul called on the bench, but it's the first time for the Cardinals. Janoski will inbounds it. Catamounts trying to respond here. Here's a three for O'Neal. Won't go. As a foul is called as Perry secures the rebound. That foul's going to be on Forrester, it looks like. Franklin for two. Off the corner of the backboard, won't go. It remains a 2-point game, 52 to 49. Hours. Janoski. O'Neal back to Janoski, looking for an opening. Janoski gets it back to Hours. Hours for three, won't go. Forrester tries to respond as Thomas slaps it away, and here come two shots. And a chance to tie this thing up. Foul's going to be on Thomas. That is her first, as Elfrida Potter and Mari McKnight enter the game for the Cardinals. Got about 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. There will be no tie. The Cardinals get another big break as Forrester misses her first. Cardinals only have 2 more fouls to give here. Forrester's got the second. There was a whistle there for some reason. I think the Cardinals jumped a bit early. 51-50. It's a 1-point game. Closest it's been all game long. Cardinals have been able to get out of these situations. Every time the Cardinals get to a situation like this, they've been able to go on a run, a little scoring outburst, which has helped them. That's not going to help as Amari McKnight misses that pass. The ball will go the other way. Chance for the Catamounts to get the lead. As Potter makes a mistake there, and that was a rough pass by the Catamounts, and Potter wasn't able to secure the ball. Went out of bounds, but she touched it last, so possession will go to the Catamounts. Inbounds pass will go out to Ours, who is called for travel. Another break for the Cardinals. They keep getting lucky breaks out there. Eventually, one of those breaks is not going to go their way. Perry on the response. They've got to get Anna Thomas more involved. She hasn't scored at all in this third quarter after scoring 20 in the first two. They get it to McKnight. Oh, McKnight goes between her twigs. Cabbage is there to save the play. Thomas finds Perry. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Perry, the jumper off the rim, won't go. Catamounts on the response. Perry trying to come in and knock up that play as there's another foul called as McDonald gets knocked to the ground. Rebecca Beiser entering the game for the Catamounts to replace Kelly Ours, as Taylon McDonald will try and tie this thing up and possibly give the Catamounts the lead. Tie game, first time tonight the Cardinals have not led. No lead so far. Potter's able to grab the rebound, finds Thomas. Once again, the Cardinals have to get Thomas involved here. Perry for two. Got it! A big basket there by Destiny Perry will keep the Cardinals alive. 53-51. Perry's up to 15 points. Beiser wide open. Dishes it out to Janoski. Janoski for three. And for the first time tonight, Potomac State has the lead. 54-53. Now it's getting into crunch time for the Cardinals. Here's McKnight, puts up a wonky shot. Cabbage is there to save the day again. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas back to Perry. Perry, dicey through traffic, and she's going to be fouled. It'll be 2 shots at the line for Perry to try and give Catonsville the lead back. The foul was on Josie Snyder, her second. Tie game once again. Perry puts up the shot. Needs one more to give the lead back. Cardinals, meanwhile, have already fallen back on defense. That's 2 for Perry and the lead. 55-54. This has the makings of an all-time finish here as we've got 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. McDonald is called for a charge as McKnight gets knocked to the floor. That might be McDonald's 4th or 5th. We'll have to check and see. That is her 4th. So Taylor McDonald now on the cusp of possibly fouling out, and she's going to be pulled from the game as Ours re-enters. McKnight, Cabbage, Thomas, 3. Oh, wow, she knocks it down with Janoski all up in her business too. Makes it 58-54. As there's another quick foul, and that's going to push Catonsville over the foul limit. The foul is on Thomas, that's her second. Janoski makes her first, makes it a 3-point game, 58-55. And she'll make both, 58-56, 2-point lead. Forrester re-entering the game for the Catamounts to replace O'Neal. Perry, meanwhile, is having a fantastic night. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 17 points. Finds Cabbage Stock. Cabbage Stock flips it out to, here's McKnight, will try and get it in the paint. There she goes, Amari McKnight. She's been held in check so far this evening, but she is able to get a good basket there. Puts up a 60-burger for the Cardinals. Janoski gets it to Hours. Hours back to Janoski. Janoski. Snyder. Hours for 3. Big bounce. Perry with the rebound. And a scrum for the ball. They're going to call, I believe, a jump ball. No, not a jump ball. A foul. Foul called against Hours. That's her third, and that is going to push. It's going to push the Catamounts over the limit. So this will send Perry to the line to shoot 2. Yeah. 61-56. We got 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Perry will make both, 62-56. Janoski trying to respond. Finds Snyder. Snyder, Hours, pushes to the basket. Oh, they're going to call Cabbage Stock for a foul. That's the third foul of the night for Cabbage Stock, and it will send Hours to the line to shoot 2. This game was relatively clean in the first half. We started to see the second half. It was starting to get a little slowed down thanks to the fouls, but this third quarter has just creeped along. 62-57. Hours makes both, 62-58. And she's got 20 points on the night. Here's McKnight. It's another foul is called here. 1 shot coming up. And that foul was on Beiser. That's her first. It'll be 1 shot here for McKnight. Excuse me, 2 shots. McKnight's got her first, makes it 63-58. That's 2. 64-58.
Don't reach, Des. Just stay in front of her. Don't reach.
Snyder. Puts up a shot and got it. Makes it a 4-point game, 64-60. Minute to go here in the third quarter. Cardinals have to respond. Thomas, been held in check all quarter long, gets it to McKnight. McKnight gets it to Perry. Perry pulls up for the jumper. Too much power, misses the basket. And Janoski on the rebound. Still 1 possession game here. And Thomas fouls. That's going to be her third. And that'll send Janoski to the line to shoot 2. Makes her first, 64-61. And she's got both. It's a 2-point game here, 64-62. Yanoski with the steal. Ripping down the court. Is fouled as she tries to go to the basket. It's another foul by Thomas, it looks like. That's the fourth foul of the night for Anna Thomas, and she's going to exit the game now, as entering the game comes Maya Franklin. The only member of the Cardinals who hasn't fouled tonight has been Alfreda Potter. It's been that kind of night for the Cardinals. As Yanoski misses the first. 64-62 remains the score. Cardinals have been thoroughly outplayed here in this third quarter. Yanoski is able to connect, makes it a one-point game. And the Cardinals now, Catonsville with 30 seconds to go. They need to extend their lead here to put them up in a good position for the start of this fourth. Coach Brandon did not like what he's seeing. He's letting his team know as he calls a timeout. While we're in this timeout, folks, do a little bit of promotion here. If you're interested in the ins and outs of CCBC Catonsville Athletics, want to know more about what your favorite teams are up to, whether it be the middle of the season, the off season, or pretty much any point in the season, well, we got the podcast for you. That's Inside the Nest, CCBC Catonsville's brand new podcast. Monthly episodes will bring you all of the news and get you up to date on your favorite Cardinal teams, favorite Cardinal players and coaches, and some of your favorite members of our athletic staff. That's Inside the Nest. All episodes streaming on YouTube. Individual episodes can be found, links to individual episodes can be found on our official website, ccbccatonsvillecardinals.com. Inside the Nest, hosted by Isaac Donsky. Your inside look at the world of CCBC Catonsville Athletics. With 26 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's 64-63. Cardinals have had a rough go of it in this quarter, but they keep the lead for now. McKnight fights the basket and one as McKnight scores. A tough shot there by Amari McKnight, but she gets it done. One shot for Amari McKnight, and she was unable to get it. 66-63 remains the score. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock turned off. Yanoski looking for an opening. 5 seconds left. She's going to try and go and lays it up and in, and we'll keep it a one-point game. 1 second to go as Perry puts up a shot. Was close, but didn't beat the shot clock. That's going to do it for the third quarter, 66-65. We've got 10 minutes left to decide this one, folks. Don't go anywhere. 10 minutes to decide this one. We're setting up for an all-time finish here for the Cardinals. They lead 66-65, but they need to get their act together here in this second half. That was a rough third quarter for the Cardinals. The lead they had built up vanished. They've been in a lot of foul trouble. Good defense by McKnight and a steal by Anna Thomas. Cardinals can't afford fouls. They've got a lot of players in the red. Here's Thomas trying to go all the way. Perry manages to get the rebound, gets it to Tillery. Tillery puts it up and in. 68-65. Once again, the Cardinals showing the same resiliency they've shown all game long. Whenever they get in a very close situation, whether they lose the lead or it goes down to 1 point, they start to pull away again. Beiser can't complete. And a rebound for the Cardinals. McKnight, Tillery puts it up, won't go. Janoski with the rebound. Janoski trying to respond, going the distance, gets it to Snyder, who lays it up and in and puts it back to a 1-point game, 68-67. Tillery. Bad pass, trying to get it to McKnight. Went over her head and out of bounds, and possession will go back to Potomac State. Folks, going in, we knew this was going to be a tough contest, 68-67. We knew that these two teams were going to fight hard, with both of them having very similar records. Quick passes here. Steiner trying to give the lead to the Catamounts as a foul is called. That foul was on Alfreda Potter. That is her first, team's first of the quarter. And that is with Potter fouling there. Every member of the Catonsville lineup has fouled tonight. It's been that kind of night for the Cardinals. Janoski will inbound for the Catamounts. Pushes it out to O'Neal. O'Neal finds Beiser. Beiser back to Janoski, trying to find an opening around this Catonsville defense. Finds Beiser. O'Neal back to Beiser. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Beiser trying to dribble her way around. Finds Forrester. It's knocked out of bounds by Marable, though, so possession will stick with 5 seconds on the shot clock to Catamounts. And the Cardinals can try and get a good stop here. 4 seconds. 3. They got to put up a shot. Traveling violation called against Janoski. And possession will go back to the Cardinals. Here's Perry. Flips it to Tillery. Back to Perry. Perry puts up a floater. Won't go. Rebound taken by Potomac State. Catamounts on the response. See what they can do here. Foul called and one. That's going to get the lead to Potomac State as Snyder lays it up and in. The basket will count. It's 69-68. Second time tonight that the Catamounts have taken the lead. Here's McKnight. Oh, they're going to call a charge on McKnight for knocking Snyder to the ground. That's the fourth foul of the evening for McKnight now. This 2-point deficit the Cardinals are in, by the way, is their largest deficit of the night, 70-68. Beiser pulls up and scores and extends the lead. The Cardinals now trail by 4. Whatever funk the Cardinals got stuck in starting in around the second quarter is continued here. Here's McKnight fighting for the basket, lays it up and in. McKnight had to fight for that one, but she got it, pushes it back to a 2-point deficit, 72-70. Here's Beiser, pushing to the basket. Nice block by Tillery. It goes out of bounds, though, so possession will stick with the Catamounts. Franklin checking into the game now, as she will replace Tillery. Janoski will inbounds it for the Catamounts. Deep inbounds pass to Beiser. Beiser looking, gets O'Neal. O'Neal to Snyder. Snyder thinks about it. Snyder, blocked out of bounds by Perry. Great play there by Destiny Perry. Shot clock down to 12. Let's see what they could do here. Steal by Marable. And she is dragged down and fouled by Forrester. So that was on Forrester. That was her second. Cardinals trail by 2. They got a good stop there. We've got about 6.5 minutes to go. Thomas. McKnight puts up the shot and ties the game, and Amari McKnight. She's in double digits too. Cardinals have had 3 players score in double digits. McKnight, Perry, and Thomas. Kind of the trio that have been the leaders for this Cardinal team. Janoski finds Snyder. Snyder to Janoski. Janoski back to Snyder. Snyder thinks about it, pulls back, gets it to Janoski again. Janoski finds Forrester. Forrester lays up the 2 and gives the lead back to Potomac State, 74-72. Response needed. Thomas won't go for the 3. Franklin tries to grab the rebound, but it gets knocked out of bounds. And the Catamounts will have possession back. Here's Janoski. O'Neal. 5 minutes to go in this game. Janoski passes to a wide open O'Neal, and she hits a massive 3, pushes the lead to 5, 77-72. Cardinals have to score in this next possession. They cannot afford to give it up. Perry waiting, looking for an opening. Gets it to McKnight. McKnight fights and is called for another charge, and that's going to be her 5th. And that'll be it for Amari McKnight. She fouls out. As Alfreda Potter enters the game. Was that Potter who heads into the game? Yes, Alfreda Potter enters the game, as does Anaya Tillery, to replace Milan Marable. Amari McKnight fouls out. 77-72 is the score. 4 minutes, 44 seconds to go. Cardinals need a stop. They need a score quick. The victory isn't out of their grasp just yet, but they can feel it start to slip away just a little bit. Beiser with a feint. Gets it to Janoski. Janoski to Forrester. Beiser! That 3 is going to hurt. It's 80-72. It's a 8-point lead now for the Catamounts. After trailing almost this entire game, WVU Potomac State has pulled out to an 8-point lead, their biggest of the night. Tillery, jumper, short. Rebound taken by the Catamounts. They actually are going to rule that shot by Beiser too, so it's just 79-72. Wow, nice block by Tillery. But the ball was knocked out of bounds, and possession is going to go back, it looks like, to the Catamounts. They're going to make an adjustment on the clock. Forrester called for a charge. Basket won't count. Perry trying to respond, won't go. Tillery with the rebound, won't go. Tillery grabs the rebound again won't go. A frustrating sequence of events for the Cardinals, and now a jump ball called as Snyder gets tossed to the ground by Tillery. Possession should go to the Cardinals, it looks like, and it will. Tillery scores, nice one. 79-74, still a 5-point deficit for the Cardinals. 2-possession game. Beiser, deep two. Smacks it down. They'll count that as 2, so it'll be 81-74. And just like that, the Cardinals again with 3 minutes to go, they trail. Here's Perry, looking for an opening, motioning, directing traffic, trying to get an open person, gets it to Thomas. It's wrenched out of her hands, and a foul is called against Snyder. They're actually, they're going to call that against Beiser. That's her second. Catonsville only has 1 more foul to give. Catamounts have 2 to give. And bounce pass goes to Perry. Perry, Tillery. Tillery dicing her way through traffic and is fouled on her way to the basket. And they're going to give it once again to Beiser. That's her 3rd. This will give Tillery a chance to try and lessen this deficit. And she'll make her first. Tillery having a great night back. She scored in double digits now. She's up to 10 points. 4 Cardinal players have scored in double digits. She's got both. 81-76. Cardinals trail by 5. Janoski trying to respond. Gets it to Forrester. Forrester. Snyder lays it up and in. And every time that the Cardinals try and get an advantage, get momentum back on their side, the Catamounts have responded. This has been a frustrating 4th quarter for the Cardinals. Honestly, a frustrating game for Catonsville. Outside of that 1st quarter, they have been thoroughly outplayed. Franklin for 2. Won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Janoski, so it'll be another chance for the Cardinals, but that still hurts. As a timeout is called now by the Cardinals. Well, folks, don't go anywhere after this game. This is just game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Men's basketball coming up after this as the Cardinals face off against the WVU Potomac State Catamounts. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Cardinals coming off their big victory in the Catonsville round robin that they hosted 2 weeks ago. Traveling violation called against the Cardinals, and with 2 minutes to go, I think that pretty much sums up the night for the Cardinals. Tillery had a nice open lane there. Traveling violation was called. A mistake. Mistakes have been the main cause of this defeat for the Cardinals if they do end up losing this game. It's not over yet, though. 2 minutes to go. Beiser puts up a layup, won't go. Potter with the rebound. And there was some call from the crowd that there should have been a foul in that play. Perry puts it up and in. Nice play by Destiny Perry, 78-83. Still a chance for the Cardinals. They have to limit the mistakes, though, as Potomac State's going to call a timeout. A wise call there by Beiser. There was no one open. Be a 30-second timeout here for the Catamounts. Well, folks, what's next up for these teams? WVU, Potomac State. They are facing off on Saturday against Frederick Community College. Well, actually, excuse me. They were going to face Frederick. That game got canceled. Did not see that little note there on my screen. So instead, they will face Garrett College on Monday. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, what's up next for them? CCBC Catonsville will be facing off against Monroe College coming up this Thursday. This will be the third game against a Monroe-affiliated school for the Cardinals this season. They played Monroe Community College back in December. Their last home game was against Monroe College Bronx. This will be against Monroe College. A lot of different Monroes there. Steal by Destiny Perry as we're back underway. Perry puts it up, won't go. Thomas with the rebound, won't go. There's a scrum for the ball, and a foul is called as Thomas gets knocked to the ground. Good fight for it by Thomas, and that could help the Cardinals out. The foul was against O'Neal, which is amazingly her first foul of the night. Here's Thomas for two. Got one. It's a 4-point game. McDonald has re-entered the game for the Cat. Well, she's about to. Three-point game as Thomas makes both. And with a minute 18 to go, this game isn't over yet. Minute 15 to go. Cardinals cannot foul. They have one to give. As a traveling violation. Catamounts get a taste of their own medicine. As the Cardinals now will get the ball back with a minute 11 to go. All game long, the Catamounts have capitalized on Catonsville mistakes. Perry drives the basket, won't go. There's a collision with a minute to go in regulation. Catamounts have the ball. McDonald holds up, gets it to Snyder. Snyder puts it up as a foul is called against Franklin. Refs were delayed there in calling that. It'll be two shots here for Snyder. If she makes these, it'll be a whole lot harder for the Cardinals with 52 seconds left to try and get this comeback. In and out. As Snyder misses the first. Cardinals need a miss. They will not get it. 80-84, 52 seconds to go. Cardinals have to be smart here. They cannot waste time. They have to go now. Perry finds Tillery. Tillery pushes up and got it. 84-82. As a timeout is called by the Catamounts. With 39.5 seconds to go, it's a 2-point game. With 39.5 seconds to go, it's a 2-point game. The Cardinals have plenty of talented shooters out there. They need a stop and they need a 3 to get the win or force overtime. As immediately there's a foul on the inbounds pass. That's not what they needed because they're over the foul limit. And now it's a technical foul. A technical foul, and that. The original foul was on Destiny Perry, but they're going to give a technical foul on Anna Thomas. Refs are discussing it, but that technical foul might end it for the Cardinals. If that tech was on Thomas, that would be her 5th, knocking her out of the game. That's 5, so Anna Thomas is out of this game. The crowd voicing their displeasure as there's been a bit of a delay here as they're trying to decide. Thomas has fouled out. I believe that's the first time in her career she has. She's going to end the night with 25 points, 3rd highest of her career. Marable enters the game. As McDonald knocks down her first. With one more, she can probably put this game away. 86-82. Catamounts look like they're going to win this one. As now she'll get 2 shots here for the technical. She's got her first. A perfect night, a near perfect trip to the free throw line. A near perfect night, but a perfect trip. And that should give the Catamounts the win. 88-82 with 39 seconds to go. 2 players have fouled out for the Cardinals, and now the Catamounts can respond as McDonald nearly gets tripped up, and Perry comes in and is going to foul. That's her 5th. Perry's out of the game now too, so that's 3 Cardinal players who have now fouled out. So due to the foul now, the Cardinals now looks like they're going to have to play 5-on-4. Not the first time tonight, not the first time this season, excuse me, that the Cardinals have found themselves in a situation like this. And McDonald just will not miss. She's near perfect tonight. She's gone 8 for 9 at the free throw line. 90-82, it's an 8-point deficit. Tillery puts it up and in. 90-84, Cardinals shot clock's been turned off as the Catamounts call a timeout. With 28 seconds to go, 6-point deficit for the Cardinals. Knocking a couple of threes, get a couple of stops. Maybe they could get a comeback here. This announcer wants to be optimistic, but I don't really see that happening unless a miracle. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, basketball gods. Catamounts look like they're just going to sit on the ball here with the shot clock turned off. They're on their way to their 9th victory of the season. Will push them over 500. Cardinals looking like they're on their way to their 6th loss of the season. It was a rough one for the Cardinals. They fought hard, but the mistakes piled up, and that's going to cost them. Final score here tonight, 90-84. Catamounts get the victory. Cardinals have 4 players score in double digits, but 3 players foul out. It's a rough one for Catonsville as they drop it 90-84. Well, folks, thank you for tuning in to another exciting game of basketball here. The Cardinals night isn't done just yet. The men's team coming up next as they face off against WVU Potomac State. And, of course, you'll be able to catch all the action on the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals Network. Different live stream, though, but same YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Get right back with that live stream, folks. The final score here tonight, 90-84. West Virginia wins it.